This thing on? Check one. Check one, two. Am I live? Is this thing on? So, think I'm streaming? Am I streaming? Am I live? Oh, I am. I am. Okay, let's see. Where do I get? Where do I get? Let's see. Okay, I think I'm live. It's weird not having feedback. So I think I'm live and I think I'm good. Let me see if I can find chat. Why isn't the chat showing up? Chat. Okay. Well, I can't find the chat window. Well, here I am. Hope everyone's doing well. Just had a market, Saturday market, which was nice. Did okay. Figured I'd jump on and say hi. Oh, I see chat now. Katie Babes, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Um, okay, let's see. Well, I can't. I don't know why chat is gone. Um, well, I'm not really sure how to fix that. I'll have to figure out how to fix that another time. Well, well, here I am. I just wanted to kind of come on um, and say hi and see how things are going with everyone. Yes, I'm doing great. I'm doing great, Katie Babes. Um, yeah, so I just kind of wanted to come on and start trying to get into the habit of like coming on more often because that's what I need to do and that's what I need to fight to do. Um, yeah, there's markets are going well. People are very interested in mushrooms. Everyone's so receptive and awesome. I'm really I feel lucky to be able to be doing what I'm doing for sure. Um, you know, going through the growing pains of starting a business and going through the trials and tribulations of like making all this work. But it's been a really great learning experience, and I'm growing in directions that I've always wanted to grow, but never really had the chance to. Um, so yeah, doing great. Let's see. Let's see what we're going to talk about. I have some things that I kind of talked about or wrote down here that I'd like to chat about. Um, really, there's so much to talk about in terms of mushrooms and fungi and our relationship uh, to everything. Um, and I figured we could touch on something. One of the first things we could talk about, or I wanted to kind of talk about, was fungal intelligence. The idea that fungi are not just like robotic beings that are just responding to stimuli, but they're actually an intelligent, sentient being. And I think it's important to talk about that. Let's see. Oh, no worries, Katie Babes. It's all good. I have so many more. Um, so it's all good. um, yeah, so how do we start? I mean, kind of still figuring out this format and everything, so bear with me as I sort all this out and figure out how to have conversations with myself. And but growing pains, right? Um, oh yay, Apple Blossom. You guys are the best. Yeah, you guys are the best. Yeah, this topic is great. This is the fungal intelligence. I mean, one of the cool things about fungi, I mean, gosh, there's so many really cool things, but um, intelligence. Uh, Fungi and humans have evolved together, so we're no stranger to each other. Um, and I think, let's see, where do we go? It's hard to pick a single thing when you're on your own, not speaking to someone. Fungi is a conductor of an orchestra. Um, Fungi have a very, very intimate symbiotic relationship with trees. Um, and they're not, they have such an intricate, interesting relationship with each other in the sense that they really are, in the sense, kind of a conductor of the orchestra of the soil, if you will. One of the cool things that I love about the relationship they have is it's kind of like the soil is kind of like a marketplace. When you have a tree, when you have a whole system of trees, trees are kind of locked into place. They kind of are born, grow into this space, and that's pretty much where they're at. They can extend their reach as far as their anatomy allows them. But once they get to that mature stage, that's it. So how does an organism that is locked in place travel and have a well balanced diet? Well, it's fungi that actually do that. Fungi are the ones who kind of go out into the soil and bring nutrients that are plentiful in other areas and bring it to the places where they're scarce, um, which is pretty fascinating. Plants and fungi actually evolved together, and before plants had root systems, they actually donned prosthetic roots, and those prosthetic roots were the fungi. The fungi played the role of the roots in the sense that it would go out, find the nutrients, and bring them in, while the plants figured out um, the evolution of their root systems. And I find it kind of funny or beautiful that they actually basically just copied what the fungus were doing. So when you look at a root system of a plant or a tree and fungus, they're identical because they copy each other. Um, so yeah, I find that fascinating. Um, and the soil kind of acting like a marketplace, with having nutrients in all different places, and um, things kind of spread out everywhere. Fungi can actually go, and whenever there's potash or potassium or any kind of nutrient that a plant needs that's not in that area, it's the fungi that go out to the area where they're plentiful, grab them and bring them in and exchange them for carbon. So in a sense, carbon is currency. And what's cool is that, let's say there's an area that has a high deficiency in, let's say, potassium. Um, when the fungus go out and grab the potassium from another area, they actually exchange it for a higher rate. So there's almost like like a supply demand line. If it's very, very scarce, they will get in return way more carbon per molecule or whatever, per set of nutrients in exchange, because the mycelium use the carbon to build the walls within their system. So they need that carbon, and that's kind of really neat how they do all that. Let's see what else. Let's see. Go to check in with chat. Oh, hi everyone. Okay, cool. I'm so glad you guys are here. It's super fun. Um, So yeah, if anyone has any questions, let me know. If you are enjoying this, make sure to like and subscribe. The spiel. Um, and yeah, so I find it really interesting that yeah, that's how that works. Let's see what else I have in my notes. Bear with me as I struggle through these first couple streams as I sort out how to talk to myself. Um, Psilocybin. Psilocybin is a mushroom that people talk about a lot. I think the '60s era hasn't really gone anywhere. People are just still just as interested um, in all that. And what I find fascinating about psilocybin is that they're a mushroom that evolved alongside humans, and they actually, um, I mean, depends on yeah. What's really interesting is that I believe that they evolved to communicate with us in a way. Um, why else? I mean, do we think it's any coincidence that psilocybin evolved to live around humans? The only place you really find psilocybin are in the outskirts of human development, um, and living amongst dung-loving species. And we have animals within, our society that we've adopted, cows, horses, um, and they evolved to eat everything that hi buddy, this is Marshall. He's gonna sit here and make a bunch of noise. um, they evolved to basically eat the garbage from the animals. All right, buddy, okay, thank you so much, I really appreciate it, you're so sweet. um, I don't think it's any coincidence that they that we evolved together. And when you think about it, fungi have they've observed everything that we do, and I feel like we kind of make a big mess of everything, right? That's pretty obvious. Um, and how else would they be able to communicate with us, um, but through this mushroom that we all kind of are fascinated by? And some of us have, the guts to be able to. Okay, buddy, thank you so much. My dog loves to lick me. Um, uh, they evolved near us, wanting to communicate with us and wanting to kind of give us a lesson. And one of the common denominators when it comes to like any psychedelic experience, um, is always we're left with a lesson of love, right? An interconnectedness that we find with nature, and I don't think that's an accident. I think one of the things that separates us from nature is just that we lose the love of nature, and we lose that biophilia, that innate love for nature that some of us feel, some of us don't, some of us are completely disconnected. um, and yeah, so that's my kind of scattered thoughts on that. Again, bear with me. um, let's see, just a thought. Yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you, Katie Babes. That's a good one. Yeah, I should formulate these streams a little bit more. Kind of, one thing I think I said last time, but format is king, and I'm definitely going to be working on format and making sure that I get to all the things that I want to talk about. Um, this won't be a super long stream. I'm just kind of pushing myself to do things that my other side of me doesn't ever want to do. Let's see, fungal pharmacy. Um, if we think of life on Earth as an organism, right, and not as like a living thing, and not necessarily a rock with life on it. This organism has within it an immune system, and that immune system is fungi. Um, Fungi really serve so many purposes. I mean, they balance nutrients, like I said earlier, how they go through and make sure that there's a healthy balance of nutrients throughout everything. And they also serve as a communication network. I'm sure maybe you've heard of the Wood Wide Web, the Wood Wide Web being the mycelial networks that connect all plants, trees, everything. Everything that lives underground is connected by a mycelial net. And that net transfers through it information. One tree, a mother tree could be amongst its children, and it could be communicating to its children, sending it warning signs. If it gets bitten by a beetle, it could send its signals to other trees via mycelial networks. And also aromatic, they also send, signals through the air that go through the currents and actually get to other trees and tell them, hey, I just got bit by a beetle. This beetle's probably going to come to you next. Why don't you go ahead and start building up your defenses so by the time he's done with me, he can get to you and we can stop the fungal invasion or the beetle invasion. Um, so yeah, so in that sense, fungi really serve as an apothecary, a place where all of the medicine that the that the soil needs lives within it. Um, so in this place where we are damaging our planet so much, and and we're asking, or we're trying to figure out how to fix everything and turn everything back. Why wouldn't we employ the the one organism whose job it is to do this? And that's fungi. Um, so I think that's really awesome. Okay, let's see. Um, Mycelium being sentient. I mean, yes, mycelium um, is definitely sentient. It's been described as a digestive system with no body, no centralized nervous system, but it still sends electrical signals throughout its body, and it still communicates that way. And um, I think, yeah, that's really awesome. Sorry, I'm struggling through this one. Yeah, just getting used to this whole format. Um, and then yeah, then the other one was yeah, Wood Wide Web. Just how fungi really serve as the internet for for all natural life. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think that may be it. I'm kind of struggling to this one. Still figuring out what I'm doing here and how to do it. Um, so I thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for watching. Um, I will figure out the best way to serve. Really, what I want to do is help teach people, but I'm just kind of still figuring all this stuff out. um, well, I think I may actually maybe wrap it up here. I know that this was not really the best stream, but I'll work through um, all this. If you have any questions or if there's anything that you guys want to talk about or anything, you can comment on this stream, or I should probably make a Twitter account for this show and have it be a place where you guys can submit questions. You know, um, Try to figure out the best way to serve. That's kind of what I'm trying to do here, and also push myself to do things I don't want to do. Well, I think that's it. I appreciate you guys viewing. Apple, you are the best. Um, I hope everyone has a really great weekend. And I think I'll leave it there. Have a good one, everyone. I will check back in soon. I won't let too much time